Thank you. I rise today to offer an amendment along with fellow Congressional Caucus on Foster Youth co-chairs Tom Marino, Jim McDermott, and Michelle Bachmann. I also want to thank the chairman and the ranking member for their leadership on this issue. This amendment will help ensure that foster and homeless youth are not unfairly disadvantaged in the enrollment process for charter schools. Across the country, charter schools often have requirements that don't exist at traditional public schools. For example, they may require parent interviews or parent involvement, volunteer service during the academic year. Sadly, foster and homeless students might not be able to meet that requirement because they might not have adults in their life that are available to meet these standards, and foster parents may be unwilling or unable to do this. In turn, these youth may not be able to attend charter schools. This really isn't acceptable, especially since the academic achievement gap between foster youth and their peers is quite significant. In fact, a recent study by the Stewart Foundation in California indicated that test results for students in foster care fell into the two lowest performance levels for language arts and mathematics at twice the rate of the statewide student population. Additionally, the 2010 graduation rate for all high school seniors was 84%. But for students in foster care, it was just 58%, the lowest rate among at-risk student groups. Foster and homeless youth need more educational options, not less, and this amendment will provide the nearly 400,000 foster youth and 1.7 million homeless youth in the United States with greater access to quality schools. In the spirit of the National Foster Care Month this May, I want to thank the Democrats and Republicans in the Foster Youth Caucus who came together to author this common sense but necessary amendment. I urge my colleagues to support the amendment and yield back the balance of my time. Sure.
Generally yields time to the gentleman from
I
California.
thank the gentlewoman for yielding. I rise in support of this amendment to ensure that all students reap the benefits of the public charter schools. That's the purpose of this legislation, and certainly including foster youth. I also rise to thank the gentlewoman for her just unrelenting effort to make sure that foster youth are not diminished because of their family status, if you will, because of the uncertain situation that they find themselves many times to different situations throughout a given year, maybe in different schools, both in her time in the state legislature and here in the Congress. She's just been remarkable in her advocacy on behalf of these students, and we all know the difficulty that these students have, the uncertainty that they have to deal with, just the proximity of their families to be able to go to school creates a great deal of hardship and difficulty for these students, and we definitely owe them an extra effort to make sure that they get full inclusion in those academic offerings and participation in the charter schools in this country. So thank you so very, very much.
Thank you, Mr. Ranking Member, and I urge my colleagues to support